Oh, good morning and welcome back. A few more weeks have gone by, and for regular viewers, you'll realise where I am and what I'm doing. I'm in the garage and I'm loading up with stuff for the next trip out. I found some excellent bargains on the Austrian equivalent of Craigslist. So, cement mixer, some scaffolding over there. We've got the quad that's going to come out this time now that it's had its MOT done. It's now ready to go, and a fair amount of other small bits and bobs. I'm going to try and squeeze everything into here, and then tomorrow morning it'll be time to head back down to Italy. It's very warm down there. I'm going just me, so that leaves plenty of room in the car, and I won't be going to the beach or anything, so hopefully end up getting quite a lot done. So I'm just going to keep packing, and I'll show you how much I managed to squeeze in. Sweating and toing and froing. I've got quite a lot in there. We've got the scaffold in there, the quads in there, cement mixer, this which is for taking waste off the roof. You kind of hang and that'll go straight in the trailer. Shower doors, and just about enough room probably for some clothes for me for a couple of days. So pretty happy with that. It'll probably be quite uncomfortable to drive because it'll be pretty rattly, so I'm going to try and get as much old rags and what have you stuck between the metal bits as I can, and then tomorrow morning ready to go. So here we are. I made it home without too many difficulties. It's pretty warm, sounds like summer, it smells like summer, and because it's summer there's a lot more people in the village, so I ditched the van up at the top of the village, and I've just gone and picked up everything, well, not everything, but some of the stuff that was in the van with the Golf. So it's a very, very practical pickup truck, the whole scaffold and the slide along with all of my stuff. It's just the cement mixer and the shower doors that are still up in the van, and I'll go and get them later on. So I'm going to carry everything inside, turn the water on, turn the fridge on, and probably have some lunch now. Okay, well, I've had a haircut, and with a bit of sweat it is now very apparent how little hair I have left, and I will eventually have to face up to it and have it all taken off. I look like I've got my head on upside down with this beard. So I've schlepped the scaffold up. It doesn't really weigh anything, it's aluminium. It was, as most of you who've been watching for a while now will remember, I am a great lover of bargains. And this was one, if there ever was one. I paid €70 for all of this, which is the basic scaffold and a raising kit. But this scaffold is still for sale in pretty much every DIY store in Germany and Austria. And there are some others, albeit not so cheaply, but for sale. So I'm going to do a dry run. I'm going to put it together now and see how high up we get, because I want it to be here on this side of this wall when I'm doing the roof. Obviously I'm going to take this out first. And if it's not high enough, or if I don't think it's wide enough, then I shall start looking for a second one so that I can join them together. So I'm just going to see how easily it goes together as well. I haven't put it up yet, so I'm going to have a quick play with this. Hopefully, apparently it's very, very self-explanatory, very quick and very easy. Okay, well, that went together pretty quickly. It is very, very warm. I've got a second platform which is there, which can then go up to the top, but it's definitely the right height. I think it's quite a useful width too. I mean, I don't think I really need much more than that. Obviously right up against the wall in the middle, up towards the gable. That'll let me point, because obviously the platform will be probably on the second rung with a barrier around it. And that'll give me plenty of working height to do the wind boards and everything there on the edge of the roof, and tidy that up quite nicely. So €70 and lots of got some more supports and what have you. Really very, very impressed with that. Also, considering I haven't even pulled the riggers out properly, it's remarkably stable. The only thing I was thinking as I put it up, you look across, it looks like there's a thunderstorm coming in from over there, is that I will earth it, because I really don't want anything more than that attracting lightning. It's not the highest point, but it is quite metal, and if it's wet or something, so I'm just going to put an earth cable on it. The fuse box is just over there. It will only take a couple of seconds to run a cable. In fact, I have a piece of cable, so yeah, that's an excellent result. So good morning, it is now the next morning, and I'm going to get set on this. Yesterday evening I sat out here and read the instructions. Doesn't seem particularly complicated, which means it probably will be. So it's a set of 2 doors that swing either in or out. To go over here, a little bathroom. So it's just a matter of screwing these frame bits vertically up on the wall, slotting the door in, and hopefully that'll be that. Because of the sink, 2 little doors, also very small space, so that works quite well. One can come out, or well, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to get stuck straight in. I need to go and find the spirit level, and once I've done that, I might put the door in. I'm not sure if I'll get the door in today, because we've got quite a lot of little things, other things to do. But I'm definitely going to start straight away with this. So I'm going to go and get spirit level, drill, and some molly plugs. So here I am, sat outside, watching my old YouTube videos to work out where the metal bracing is, to see if I'm going to drill into that when I'm putting up the shower frame. So this is just how useful June the 14th, 2020, so 2 years and a month-ish old. Just how useful it is to have this as a sort of backup. So things are looking very different. It always surprises me when I go back and look at one of the old videos, just how different and how much the house has changed. But it's all still standing, so not too bad. So I now need to work out what's on this side here, which is I think in the next video, and then I can go in and start drilling my holes. Okay, well, everything's marked up. I'm going to drill through. I'll be using these mollies. That's what I think they're called. It's what I've always called them. Which are quite clever if you've never seen one of these before. Here's a slightly bigger one, of which I have many more. I don't have many of the little ones, so I shall demonstrate on this. You drill a hole that big, pop it through the wall, and then you use, I don't know how well this demonstration will go single-handedly, you use this pair of pulling pliers. Let me see if I can get it, which sort of has a ratchet on it. And as you can see, it then pulls the screw. And as it pulls the screw, the molly itself opens and pulls up behind the plasterboard. And then you screw in. You have to unscrew the screw, put it through whatever it is you were going to screw it back up. And they are super strong. So I'm going to drill my holes, pop these through, and get these runners screwed to the wall. Okay, so there they are. They're very, very firmly fixed to the wall now. They look alright. This was a very, very cheap shower door for some reason. I have a suspicion that they messed up on the price, and then there was a sort of a coupon thing as well. I do like a bargain. So, according to the instructions, the next thing to do is to put the doors in. and then line up this sealer bar at the bottom. And there we go, and actually it really isn't too bad. You know, when it comes to cheap aesthetic things, I was thinking to myself that, well, a completely transparent glass door, what could go wrong? And not much has, actually. There's our little bar that needs silicone in at the bottom. I have to run a bead of silicone around the edge to stop water getting in behind. It's caught up with the fact that this wall is not straight at all, quite nicely. And it opens. It's actually got quite a clever mechanism in it. If you look closely, as it opens, if I can get this on camera, it lifts slightly so that when it's closed, there is another rubber seal that goes on the bottom of here. When it's closed, this seal here, oops, you can't see my finger, this seal here will come down and it'll be properly watertight. So yeah, very happy with that. There we go, all set up in, little doorknobs on, the seal at the bottom is on. So all that's left to do now is to silicone up and down both sides. And after what is probably referred to as the great siliconing disaster of 2000, which is when I did this, and it looks terrible, I've learnt to mask. So I'm going to be masking tape up all the way around, and then squirt in, slide along, peel off the masking tape, and it'll look fabulous. So I'm going to get on and do that now. I need to glue this down with the silicone as well. But basically it's good. It shuts perfectly. You can hear the magnet hold it, and that's a nice waterproof shut. So this is another step closer to finishing this bathroom. If I get this door on and the little seal there and actually put in a proper light, then this bathroom will be done. So yeah, much better than much better than a shower curtain. And there we go. I know I didn't show this, but not so easy because it is very small in here. But you can just peel the masking tape off while the silicone is still pretty fresh. It leaves a lovely, clean, won't focus, but there we go, lovely clean line of silicone. So I'm just going to pull all of these off and then not go near it for at least 12 hours. So I've got the trailer out and I've hooked it up to the back of the quad, which I put a tow hitch on last week. So that's worked quite well. I need to go and put the bars on the front of the quad quickly because the footrest things are bending. I had to take them off to get it in the van on the way down here. But the theory is going to be run it a little bit further back. Put that pipe, you know, the whatever it is, building waste pipe out of this window or up on the edge of that roof when we start on the roof, and then in the window and doing knocking the walls out, and suspend it onto the trailer and then throw everything straight out of the window, and it should hopefully land directly in the trailer, which I can then tow off with the quad. That at least is the theory. So there they are. That was 2 minutes, just a couple of bolts at the back. I picked these up for a couple of quid off eBay. Used obviously, but they sort of protect your foot and the tyres from bashing into things. So quite useful to have, and also keep the whole frame a little bit steadier. So there's just 2 bolts there and a bolt on the front, and you're done. Same on the other side. So now that's on, I can go and put the trailer back on and get the scaffold set up so I can take that little lean-to roof bit off and take it to the tip with a load of other rubbish this afternoon. Okay, well, although not absolutely necessary, I'm going to use the scaffold for this to try it out more than anything else. So the first thing I need to do is bolt the the feet, those are the bolts. So I'm going to have the back leg pushed out and the front leg quite far in, so that when I move it I can get it nice and close to the wall over there. And then I'm going to take up the couple of bits of wood so that it sits directly on the terrace, and then we'll climb up and get this horrible construction removed. I think I might keep the bits of wood, they might be restorable, because it's probably not a terrible idea having a little sort of lean-to roof across here above the doors. So yeah, I'll give that a shot. So the first thing I'm going to do now is bolt that together, and then I'm going to tighten up all of these before I get up on it, obviously. And then we'll see how we are. Okay, well, I'm up. Already this is a sort of a nerve-wracking height, but it's super stable, so I'm very happy with that. And I'm just going to take off this, which is pointless anyway. I can take it straight to the tip. So it'll just be a case of tearing that off now. I guess I could, yeah, I'll put this on time lapse so you can see me doing what I'm doing up here. And then we'll have to see about this. I have a feeling that this might contain asbestos or be made out of asbestos. It's broken there, but that might have been a joint. It's hard to tell actually after so many years. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do there. I'm going to go and ask. If it can come down in one piece, I'll unscrew it and take it down in one piece, but then it's a question of where to take it to. I think I'll probably get these bolts undone with a bit of WD-40. Oops, a bit of a hornet there. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm going to go down, put the camera on the tripod, and then climb back up and start removing all of this. And there we go. I don't know quite why it stopped filming halfway through, but it's off. The idea of keeping those bits of wood, unfortunately, as you can see, they're completely knackered, but I will probably replace them with almost identical ones. And in fact, we need to go further over anyway, because this is obviously going to disappear. So I've just got that last one to pull out and then get everything in the trailer. So yeah, good morning's work, actually, to be honest. You can see I seem to be having a little bit of a problem. It's a bit smoky, and I have a feeling I know what's gone wrong. I don't want to open it yet, just in case that much more oxygen was set on fire. But I think the power steering pump belt has gone. I can probably open it now. I have a little bit of water, which I just got myself to drink. That's not very clever. So one of the belts is now obviously slipping, and the power steering pump has died. Not quite sure what to do there. If I take the belt off, I'll be running, what will I be running? I'll be running without the alternator. It's quite a big battery. I'm not sure how far it would get me. I'll have to have a think. Okay, well, that was just misdiagnosed. The belt, in fact, is this little one here, and it's come off already. Everything else of the alternator is still running. So I'm basically just driving without power steering, which is heavy and quite annoying, but not drastically dangerous. So I'm going to take the pump belt out. I want to litter. And we should be back on our way, and I shall see what a new pump will cost. So there it is. It just stopped and obviously burnt through, and that was all the smoke. So belt actually looks pretty duff anyway, but I could sort of move it still slightly with my hands, so maybe it's not completely gone, but there's no point doing this. Also right in front of the carabinieri. You don't want them to get too interested in what we're up to, because well, I don't know, it's sticking out a little bit off the edges and there's always a reason to stop somebody. So I'm going to keep going, and hopefully that'll be the end of our troubles for today. Everything went pretty smoothly after the problem with the power steering pump. I emptied the trailer, but the steering is ridiculously heavy going up here around the slalom bits. Once you've got some speed it's fine, but this is a nightmare. So I will have to have a look at it and see what I can do. But still, everything else was fine, and the car's just fine. I mean, it's only luxury, isn't it, really, power steering? Of course, probably not on. Oh, time flies. It's now late afternoon, and I'm going to get on with doing the last thing that I'm going to do today, which is take down and put away the scaffold, because I won't be needing that till September when I actually do the roof properly. I'm taking this off. I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with the way it works and goes together, and I don't think I need to buy any more parts really. I think it'll be fine just like that. So I'm going to knock it down into pieces, put it in the smoking room where it will stay till I need it, and tidy up all of the stuff that's come down on the terrace. So basically, probably even worth taking up all of the wooden bits and sweeping everything together. And there we go. And to be honest, for a temporary fix, it's been on here for pretty much 2 years now. I'm pretty happy with it. Still looks clean. It's much better than what was underneath. And with a bit of luck, next year it can go and either be used elsewhere, donated to somebody, or burnt. So yeah, getting there. That's off. That middle piece of pipe came off, but it looks like the brake is very, very old. There's nothing new. Looks like it cracked, probably from the heat at some point, same way this is cracked here. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. I'll be asking round, and I'm sure I'll find something. Get rid of that into some buckets, because I will be going to the tip at some point this week. So yeah, one very red and sweaty me. It is very, very hot, but I'm really happy. Got a huge amount done today. Tomorrow, just basically pick up where we left off, more stuff to the tip, definitely. Although having said that, the tip's only open in the morning, so maybe the day after tomorrow more stuff to the tip. I need to waterproof the shower in the master bedroom, so I should be doing that, and then tidying up and fitting the shower door that goes on there once the waterproofing is dry. And then yeah, basically more tidying up down there, because that's where my workshop will have to be before I can do anything much here, because at the moment all of my tools are stored away in here. So that's the theory. We'll see how we do. Anyway, that's definitely going to be it for today and for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed bits of it. If you did, then subscribe, like, tell your friends. It is all helping, you know. It's been a difficult year for everyone with COVID, and now this war has thrown a lot of spanners in the works for the company that I took over last year with steel prices and things. So so that's a bit of a pain, really, and it means that I can't come down here as often as I would like to, and there's also put some budget caps on. So well, thank you for watching, because this money goes straight into buying stuff that goes straight into this house. Yes, well, that's about it. I have one more pan across the view. There it is. This is what it's all about. So once again, thank you very much. Take care, and bye bye for now.